Alright, hello everyone, my name is CD, and it's gonna be a pretty short stream. It's not gonna be a long stream. I know I said that I was done with Sonic 06 for a while, but to be honest, I just needed a game to play. I didn't really know what game I wanted to play today. I thought I was gonna play Crash Bandicoot 4. I thought I was gonna be starting my Sonic Marathon that I had planned for a little while. And by a little while, probably yesterday or so. But today I just wanted to choose a game. And I decided to choose Sonic 06 because I'm still in the mood to play the game. I do wish that Sega would remake this. Sonic Team would remake this game. It deserves a second chance. This game has so much potential. It's got great level design. It's got a lot of really cool ideas. The game is really fun. It's just tragic. But I really don't feel like streaming today, but but this is something I have to do for myself. This is something I feel like I need to do, like, in order to make myself feel better, because video games have always been an escape for me. It's always something that I enjoy doing. I thank God for video games. I thank God that they exist, which is kind of weird to say. I know, because like, why are you thanking God for video games?
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
Because they exist. They've helped me get through a lot of really tough times.
Soliana's ocean is so beautiful.
If you jump just as you land on a wall, you can jump off of it.
I'm gonna go this way because I like this set piece. That's another thing about 06. It's got really cool set pieces. Oh, just so you guys know, I'm actually trying out a new mod. Well, it's not a new mod, but it's a mod I haven't tried before.
If I find the one issuing orders how to do him, I can defeat everyone at once.
That's never happened before. But anyway, there's a mod called Darker Sonic, and it makes Sonic's blues a bit darker, and I gotta say, this actually looks really good. I like it. Because honestly, Sonic's blue in Vanilla '06 is kind of strange, you know. Like, there's just something about it that doesn't fit with Sonic. What am I doing? Okay. But honestly, yesterday was pretty rough. Well, it started off pretty okay. It was a... Oh my goodness. That was horrible.
Hurry and save Elise.
Like, it started off not bad. Like, it was just a regular day on the job, as usual. For context, I work in a seafood restaurant, and lately I've been working like a lot, which is why I haven't been streaming very much. Last week I worked about. I did not mean to do that. So last week, well, up until last week, I worked 10 days straight because I was doing people some favors. At first, we had an inspection coming up. Then somebody wanted me to work one of their shifts, and they were supposed to work my shift, which they did. And then I ended up having to work somebody else's shift. On the day that I was supposed to be off. So that right, actually, you know what? I should start naming the days, right? To make it make more sense. Wednesday. What date was it? It was 2 Wednesdays ago. I had to go into work. I'm usually off on Wednesdays, which is why I stream. Which is why I normally stream on Wednesdays. And the general manager wanted me to work that Wednesday because one of my coworkers is a very slow middle-aged woman. Like she moves about as fast as a tortoise. So I was like, you know what? I completely understand because she is incredibly slow, sadly. So I worked that day. It was a pretty stressful day because we had higher ups watching our every moves, doing cavity searches on the whole restaurant. I hate that just happened. So it was kind of a stressful day. And then one of my coworkers wanted me to work her shift, which was that following Thursday, because her son was graduating from whatever grade he was graduating. Jeez, that's never happened before. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I worked her Thursday
That
shift,
was incredible.
and I asked her if she could take my Friday shift because I wanted a day off. So she did. I had Friday off, and then the general manager texted me and asked me if I could work for another guy uh, that Friday night or Saturday night, whichever I decided to choose. I chose the Friday night because I don't really like working on Saturdays, and it just crashed, didn't it? Wait, what if I press F5? I heard that if you press F5, it can. It doesn't do anything. These mods. These mods, bro. These mods. Alright, gonna exit this out. And just gonna just start over again. So anyway, so at that point I was just like, dang it. Alright, I'll work the shift. I really didn't want to work the shift, but I don't mind helping out. Get to work that afternoon. The dude that I'm working for is there. He's about to leave. And he asked me if I could work his Saturday as well. And I was just like, okay, I guess. I didn't actually say it like that, but I was like, okay. But in my head, I was just like, bro, why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that? I don't have any. I mean, he doesn't know that. It's not his fault. I could have said no, but I decided to do him a favor, and I did. So I worked that Friday, and I worked that Saturday. Um, I have. I'm usually off Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and all 3 of my off days were gone, which means that I wasn't going to be off until that next Wednesday, which was last Wednesday, which means that I worked 10 days straight. And when I finally had last Wednesday off, I didn't even feel like working anymore. I mean, wait, that's not what I meant to say.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
I didn't even feel like doing anything. I was so exhausted from working every day.
Soliana's ocean is so beautiful.
And it's just like forget about streaming, forget about playing video games, forget about everything. Like, I don't feel like being productive at all. And that's pretty much what happened. That's why there wasn't a stream yesterday. I mean, yesterday. There wasn't any stream last week. I did have my off days. And then when Friday came around, the guy asked me if I could work his Saturday again. And in my head, I was just like, you've got to be kidding me, bro.
If I find the one issuing orders to defeat him, I can
Again with this crap? Like, how much graduation stuff does a guy need to do? So, I just got finished working 5 days straight because I didn't have Saturday off like I'm supposed to, and I really don't mind helping out. I really don't. I help out because that's something that Jesus would want me to do. I try to work as if I am working for Jesus. If that makes any sense to anybody, it probably doesn't. But maybe some people can understand. And and a lot of times that is not very easy to do because I'm not working because it's not like I'm actually, how should I say that? It doesn't feel like I'm serving Jesus. It feels like I'm serving other people. It feels like I try to be as selfless as I can, and sometimes I just want to be selfish. I help people out, and sometimes I want to be helped, even though I don't expect anything in return. That's how I want to live my life. I want to live a selfless. I want to live life selflessly. And that's very difficult to do sometimes. So yesterday, Tuesdays are my Fridays. So. So Wednesday and Thursday are essentially my 2-day weekend before I go back to work on Friday, and then I'm off Saturday. And I haven't been able to live on my schedule in quite some time. I would like to get back to my schedule, my regular schedule this week, as long as nobody asks me. I did not mean to do that. This running animation is weird.
You can take these instead of the princess.
Elise, hang in there.
But I mean, everything was alright until about yesterday. Well, actually, throughout the week, I had this thought on my mind.
That was incredible.
For those who have watched Spider-Man 1994, the 1994 animated series, the arc where I forgot how it went, but something happened to Spider-Man where he was going to mutate into a dangerous creature, this
Elise,
this
hold on tight.
spider creature, and he was looking he was looking for Charles Xavier to see if he can help him out, cure him, and that didn't happen because, oh shoot, I messed that up. And when he finally gets to speak to Xavier, Xavier can't even help him because he's trying to, because the help that he's looking for, he can't give, and Spider-Man is very dissatisfied about this. which he has a right to be, because something bad could happen to him.
Those enemies seem to be protecting that cage for some
And Charles is like, I'm sorry for your pain, and then Spider-Man says, don't worry about my pain, worry about yours. If I mutate into a dangerous creature, you have to stop me. And he says a line that is very Spider-Man. He says, it's all the same. I can save the world 10 times over, but when I need help, I'm on my own. And lately, I've been feeling that quite a bit whenever I'm going to work. Because sometimes I need a break. Sometimes I just need a day off every once in a while. And I've been working so much helping people out. It's just taking a toll on me. And I was going to ask one of my managers, hey, is there anywhere I can like stop working in the kitchen? By the way, I have like 3 positions. Busser, barback, those are my 2 main positions. And I cook on Monday nights. Because cooks make extra money. They make a little extra money than bussers and barbacks do. Because I needed to make some extra money to help my mom out. And I was thinking about not doing it anymore because I don't like the idea that I'm one of the few people that are certified in my position. And if I needed a day off without any shift trades, what the heck? That I couldn't do that. I needed to trade shifts with somebody in order to get that night off. And that's not something that I was very fond of. I didn't really get to tell her that, at least not yet. I do plan on saying something about it. Oh crap, okay. Ooh, my controller's tweaking. Okay, what if I press F5? I need to start over, don't I? Okay, chill, come on now. But that was bothering me because a similar situation happened. Well, that happened to me a lot over the course of my career working at that restaurant. Because back in 2022, we had a huge busser drought. There were not enough employees. I was working 6 days a week. And some of those mornings I was working by myself. It was awful. and I dealt with that for a good 4 months. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Okay, I tried. Excuse me. And about 5 months ago, back in October of last year, I got really sick. Like, very, very sick. And, oh crap, not again. There was actually a Sonic Expo somewhere in Dallas that I really wanted to go to, and I didn't get to go because I mean, because even if I wanted to, which I did, I couldn't because of how sick I was. I didn't feel like doing anything. Went to work that following Sunday. Still felt really sick, but I was surviving. And then that Monday, my condition seemingly only got worse. I was moving very slow. I didn't feel like doing anything. So that whole day sucked pretty bad. And then I tried to go back to work that Tuesday, and I still felt almost just as bad as I did that Monday. I hate it when these robots do that. Okay. What are you supposed to... Okay. Oh my goodness. What?
I'll have to beat all the enemies to get through here.
Like, whatever, dude. I should have known. That was stupid of me. Now the difference is, like, between that Monday and Tuesday is that on Mondays I work I'm a busser, and on Tuesdays, Fridays, oh shoot. And on Tuesdays, Fridays, well, back then I worked on Thursdays, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, I'm a barback. Monday is my only busser shift. And because Monday is my only busser shift, and considering that we have more bussers than barbacks, it was easier for my it was easier to get my busser shift covered. But getting my barback shift was completely impossible. And the reason why is because there's barely anybody in that position that knows how to do it. In fact, there are only 2 people that know how to open as a barback, which are me and another lady. And that lady could not help me out that morning. He,
Made it.
the manager tried to call some people and get them to come in for me, and nobody came in. And I guess he just gave up. I ended up having to work that shift, that Tuesday shift. And it was one of the hardest shifts I've ever worked. It was one of the longest shifts I've ever worked.
As long as you can.
And it was a two. It was merely
Hold the A button
a
as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
I can't even think. Now, those shifts are usually 7.5 hours. Okay. But that shift actually felt like its length. In fact, it probably felt even longer. Now, I've worked a lot of long shifts. I've worked 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, 15-hour shifts. And yet, somehow, that shift felt like the longest ever. Is that supposed to show? I don't know. I felt. Now, he did get somebody. The manager did get somebody to, well, ask somebody if they could come in like 30 minutes early. Which, their shift begins at 4. So that would mean they would come in for me at 3:30. So I'm at the bar.
Let's head straight to Eggman's base.
So I'm at the bar trying to survive. And nobody is
This is a pretty cold place for this.
I'm trying to survive this shift. And the bar is the busiest I've ever seen on a Tuesday. And it just happened to be a Tuesday. It happened to be the day that I was really sick and I was forced to work.
There should be a switch somewhere. I'll go on from here.
Like it just couldn't be an easy day. It had to be extremely busy, and it was packed at the bar up until around 3:30 when my replacement was supposed to get there. 3:30 comes around, he doesn't show. 3:45 comes around, he's still not here. 4 o'clock comes. Okay, maybe he's going to finally get here at the time that he's scheduled, but he was supposed to be here 30 minutes ago. This nigga is still not at work. Why is he not here yet? At this point, I'm exhausted. I can't even stand anymore because of how sick I feel. I've got to sit down every 10 minutes. I feel horrible. And this guy is late. 4:10 comes around, and he's still not here. My fellow bussers are gone. And I'm still at work, as sick as I am. still waiting for this guy to get to work, and he's still not there. So manager calls. The manager calls the guy that's supposed to replace me. Asks him, Where are you at?
There's no time.
Because because at this point I'm begging them to let me go home. Because I'm getting sick. I mean, I'm already sick. I feel like crap. I can't do this anymore. I need to go home. So the manager calls the guy, and he said that he just looked at the time and realized that he was late. At that point, I was just like, the next time I see this guy, I'm gonna kick his butt. That didn't actually happen. The next time I saw him, I just acted like it didn't even happen. Because I did end up feeling better after that situation. Freaking searchlights. Which, thank God I got through that. I did feel better after that situation. But it's the fact that I couldn't even go home because of how sick I was. I have another coworker that gets sick so, like, way more often than she should. And she gets to go home, gets to call out every time she gets sick to the point where she can't work. And yet, here I am, as sick as I am, the one time I get sick, and I don't get sick often at all. I am forced to work against my will.
The whole city's on fire.
Do you know how much that sucks? The fact that I was forced to work in a condition that I couldn't. It makes you want to dive off a cliff like Sonic is about to. Yeah, I'm definitely not making that. Like, how was that fair? In no way, shape, or form should that be allowed. In no way, shape, or form should that be okay. What do you mean there's nobody that could help me? What do you mean that I've gotta deal with it? I mean, you may not have said those words to me, but you may as well should have. Because I'm really freaking sick and I can't go home. I don't even think that's happened to any other employee other than myself. Other than me. Why did you stop right before the clip? Like, right before the loading sequence. Anyway, that was weird. So, fast forward to about a couple of months ago, I think. Balls. I think this was back in either February or March. Probably March. Yeah, March. I had just got finished with my, well, I wasn't really finished with my Sunday morning shift. I ended up having, well, they asked me if I could work that Sunday night because somehow, for some reason, they did not have a bar back that night. And seemingly there was nothing that they could do about it. Because we had just lost a bar back after he decided to quit because he cut his hand somehow. So when that happened, I was like, oh, that's just great. So I guess I don't know if I offered or they asked me if I could work that Sunday night, which means I would have been working a double. I didn't really want to do it, and one of my coworkers that I'm cool with says, "Hey, make a deal. You work. If I work tonight, then can I have whoa, come on now. Don't crash, don't crash. Okay, that was weird. Dude. So my controller just started tweaking. Oh, hurry up, please. That was crazy, dude. What was I even saying? So I tried to make a deal. Get work Sunday night. Get Monday night off. And from the looks of it, they seemingly could not do that. And it doesn't seem like they even tried. Because much like there's only a few people certified in being a barback, there's only a few people certified in making salads, which is what I do. I work in the pantry section of, and I'm the only, and there's only 2 people that work at night that are certified in pantry, me and another lady. So, and that lady
Let's blast through here.
only works, well, actually, I shouldn't say only. She works 6 days a week, and I only work on salads 1 night a week. So I already knew that asking her was out of the question because I would have had to trade shifts with her in order for her to have a day off. I knew that wasn't going to be fair to her. One of the managers decided to ask anyway, but I knew she was going to say no. So I was pretty much cooked. I ended up having to... Oh, that was gay. I ended up having to work... Excuse me, bro? Excuse me? Why? Why? So not only did I have to work a double Sunday, I also had to work a double Monday. They told me as of now I will be working a double on Monday. They did try to offer me Monday morning off. That was a crappy deal. I was not going to do that. Why would I want Monday? Why would I want to take Monday morning off? Only to have to come in. I'm done with this controller, bro. I'm done with this controller. The compatibility issues are insane. Oh my. No, no. I'm using another controller. That's stupid. That was really stupid. I'm not using that controller again. I'm just gonna stick with the controller I was using recently, previously. So I'm just gonna plug that up real quick, and I'm gonna restart the game. That was bullcrap. I need a drink. I need a drink real quick. So when I finally got so I ended up working. I already said that, didn't I? But anyway, that was such a crappy deal. I wasn't going to do that. I would have been better off working that Monday morning and taking and I would have been better off just working the whole day like I usually do on Mondays now. It was so lame for them to give me that deal because that was not a good one. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna take the morning off only to have to come back at 4 o'clock. That's not going to happen. So I ended up working both doubles. And by the time Tuesday came around, I was exhausted. I was probably the most exhausted I've ever been.
The whole city's on fire. Yes.
It doesn't like nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should ever have to be forced to work as many shifts as that. You know what? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, what am I saying? So, I was just thinking about those two situations. And I'm just like, why do I have to go through this? Why is it that when I need help, why is it that when I'm trying to get a shift off without any trades, I can't do that? It feels like this is a me problem. I feel like this happens to nobody else other than me. And that probably sounds pretty selfish to think that, but that's just how I feel. What? That's just how it feels to me, and I hate to, I hate that I feel like that. Dude, again? I'm not gonna do that again. But that's just so frustrating. To be the only one that's able to help out, but when you're the one that needs help, there, it feels like nobody's got your back. If I need a shift off, they can't take my shift because they don't know how to do what I do. There's not enough people certified in my position to be able to help me. I get no compromise. And that's frustrating. I didn't even want to work Monday night because of how much I've been working lately. I didn't want to do I didn't feel like working in the kitchen anymore because of how much I was working. And yet, I still managed to get through it. Thank God. I was able to get through it, and yet I somehow didn't get through this. How did this even happen? Well, that's pretty silly. But anyway, it's a frustrating situation, and I really need to speak to a manager about this because I don't understand why this has to happen. It feels like this shouldn't even have to happen. Yesterday was fine. I got through it pretty easily for the most part. It did get a little bit busy right before the end of my shift. One of the managers asked me if I could help weigh some lobsters. Now we usually get lobsters every Monday, and one of the dishwashers usually weighs the lobsters on every Monday. I know how to weigh the lobsters because because the guy asked me if I wanted to learn, I guess, or for some reason he wanted to show me. So I was just like, okay, I guess. Why is the X button not working? Woo! Okay. Okay. I was able to... Nice save, nice save. That was crazy, dude. But yeah, so yesterday he asked me to weigh some lobsters, and I was like, alright. He said whenever I got a chance. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to weigh the lobsters until after my shift was over and my replacement got there. Because before I could get away from the bar, I had to restock. I had to I think that's the only thing I had to do. Around 3:30, I had gotten a ticket to shuck 3 dozen oysters, which is part of my bar back position. That took a good 15 minutes to do, so that alone took a lot of time.
That was incredible.
So once my replacement got there, and I finished with my finished doing my stuff at the bar,
Woohoo! What a view.
I had to weigh oysters.
Gotta be careful not to fall off here.
I had to weigh lobsters, not oysters.
If I use a homing attack on that monster, I'll be able to get
And because there were so many lobsters, that took me a very long time to do. I don't know what happened there. Now, by the time I finished in the bar, it was already like almost 4:30. So, when I finally was able to weigh the lobsters, which was around 4:30 or 4:45 actually, I did not get done until right after 5. And by the time and when I finally brought the lobsters out and I was going to take them to put them in the tank, that was when I realized that both my fellow bussers were gone. They had already left. They were already gone home. They didn't say bye or anything. They didn't come look for me. I felt a certain way about that, but I understand. They wanted to go home. I wanted to go home. I did not want to weigh lobsters. I shouldn't have been the one weighing lobsters. The dishwasher, was supposed to be doing that. He's supposed to do that on Mondays, and he didn't do that. So the next time I see him, it's on site. Because I was ready to go home and I couldn't go home because of that crap right there. So I was very angry about that because of how much of a waste of time that was. I was supposed to leave with those people. I was supposed to leave with my bussers. They weren't supposed to leave me behind. Or at least that's how I felt. I hate the feeling of being left behind because I had extra stuff to do. Like, it reminds me of my school days when I would be the last one to leave the school. Or one of the last few people to leave school. It was the worst feeling in the world, being stuck at school while everyone else got to go home. And that feeling still sucks even now as an adult on a job. I've got to get another HDMI cable. Unless this is an internet emulator issue.
Oh, the flame died.
Also, I was supposed to go to the store yesterday and get some food because I didn't have any food at home. Well, I did have food, but it wasn't enough for my mom and me. So I had to go get some more food. Well, at least that's what I thought.
I'll take care of it.
So
Shine at once. Your way will become clear.
so I was gonna go to the store, but because it just happened to rain yesterday and I didn't even realize that it was going to rain, I could not go to the store. Which means that I had to go home. The fact that it rained yesterday was the breaking point. That was my last straw. The straw that broke the camel's back. Because what do you mean it rained yesterday? What do you mean it's raining? I need to go to the store and it's raining? It has to rain right now? And it wasn't even raining at 4 o'clock. I had an entire hour. I'm supposed to be off at 4, and I couldn't even leave at 4. At the latest, I could have been gone at 4:30, but no. I had to weigh those freaking lobsters. And because I had to weigh those lobsters, and everybody else got to go home, that left me behind, and I lost so much time at work that I couldn't go to the store and get food. At that point, I wanted to break something. I want to curse violently. I was so angry. I was really, really angry. And I don't know where that anger came from. I don't know if it was because I was exhausted from working all the time. I don't know if it was because I was through compromising for people. For incompetent people. Where's the switch? Where's the switch? Hit the switch, dude!
You need to apply force and move the lever.
I'd better hurry up and cross this scale.
Um,
Conveyor changed direction?
So that was very. So I finally got in my car. I didn't have anything to break. I couldn't break anything. I didn't want to. I was tempted to use profanity because when I get really angry, I go on these very profane rants, which is not very Christ-like. I know. It is definitely not Christ-like. It is a sin that I'm trying to die to. And I was trying not to curse yesterday. I probably let out an F-bomb, but I didn't. But I didn't use it repeatedly. I wanted to break anything, but I didn't, and I couldn't. I couldn't, and I didn't. Because I'm not. I don't want to be the kind of person that becomes so angry that he has to break something. I never want to be that person. That's why I don't throw my controllers when I get angry at a game.
Elisa's train is. Uh-oh. Gotta
But profanity was used to be my replacement for that. Oh crap! Oh crap! That was low key kind of smooth. But anyway. But because I was trying to break away from profanity. Oh, no. Dude. Catch up.
I'm almost there. Police, hang on. Yes.
Why did he end up all the way over there? Sonic, the camera's over here. Anyway.
That was incredible.
But, I felt like I had to do something. Did this just crash? Goodness gracious. It's like, I felt like I had to do something, so as I was driving home, I started screaming violently. I was screaming at the top of my lungs as high as I could because at that point I just did not know what to do with myself. So I just screamed. I just kept screaming like a maniac. Because my car is the only place where nobody can hear me scream. I can't scream at work. I can't scream at home. So my car is the only safe place for screaming. And when I parked my car outside my driveway, I didn't even go inside my house immediately because I didn't want to carry that anger into my house. So I just felt defeated at that point. I try my best to live for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Uh, I try to be be like Jesus. As best as I can. I'm not very good at it. I'm not going to pretend that I am good at it because I'm not. But it's so hard sometimes. And yesterday was pretty hard. I'm so I felt so fed up with work up until yesterday. And even now, as on my off day, I like even earlier before I started the stream, I was feeling frustrated because of some things that happened today. Like there's no escape from. It's like there's no escape from hardships. There's no escape from annoyances, pains, like. And as a Christian, you kind of have to expect that. That is something that is to be expected. I hate it, but I understand.
Let's rip.
But the reason I'm saying all this is because one, I needed.
Don't fall in the water.
I needed to make sure that I'm doing this because I'm trying to like because streaming is therapy for me. Being able to come on here and play video games, and even if nobody sees this, even if nobody watches, I can still come on here and talk and say whatever I want or need to say, and nobody can stop me from talking. Nobody can shut me up. And I think that's a blessing that comes with being able to do content creation. That's like one of the biggest reasons that I enjoy doing this, even if nobody watches, even if I don't have an audience.
Silver, we don't have time. Let's get to Elise right away.
And I'm always going to pray. I'm never going to stop praying because I know that God can hear me. I know that praying is probably the best thing that I can do because it helps me grow in my relationship with God. Because praying is talking to God. And I'm always going, because no matter how I'm feeling, I know that I always need to pray to Him in all the good things and the bad things. I prayed in those situations that I'm in. What is happening? And even though I still think about it, like even though it still hurts how I felt, at least, well, I shouldn't say at least.
I'll go on ahead.
Why did you go that way? I know that God still has me. Like no matter
I think I can knock that structure down.
I don't really know what I'm saying, but I know that I'm never truly alone because I have Christ in me. It's hard being. It's just hard to be faithful sometimes. But I'm going to continue to follow him. No matter what I go through. Because I know that he will never abandon me. But yeah. That's...
The staircase is damaged. Now I'll have to use my power.
I think that's all I really have to say about that. It's been a little rough, but I'm going to be okay. But that's not all I wanted to talk about. We still have to talk about the state of play because
Those enemies seem to be
I've got to say,
for some reason.
that state of play is actually one of the best state of plays I've seen in quite some time. It was one of the few times I was actually invested in the games that were being showcased. There was a like, it was the first time that I was actually interested in some of the games that were announced. Now, the first thing they showed off was obviously the Marvel's Wolverine. I hate these robots. Gosh. Anyway. That game looks like it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to play it. After seeing the gameplay, that gameplay was insane. Really looking forward to that. What else? They also showed off a new trailer for Marvel Token. Wait, is that what it's called? That's, I don't even know if I'm saying the name right. Hey, what's up, Zuki? The game looks fire, and it's also gonna have English voice acting. The English voice acting, the English job just got confirmed for the game. because for a while it was only in Japanese because it's a Japanese game. And what caught my eye, what caught my ears, is that when they revealed Green Goblin, they also revealed Carnage, by the way. But when they revealed Green Goblin, they also revealed that he is going to be voiced by Steve Blum, which is a legend in the game. Like if you don't know who Steve Blum is, better ask somebody. But he used to voice the Green Goblin in the Spectacular Spider-Man. They also got Josh Keaton voicing Spider-Man again. He used to voice Spider-Man also in the Spectacular Spider-Man. And Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, and Spider-Man Edge of Time, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So it's like they're bringing the ghost back. So I thought that was cool to see.
That's a lot of enemies. Sonic, leave this up to me. You go after Leaf. Silver, Sonic, leave this up to me.
So yeah, that was really cool. Oh, I've never seen that before. Anyway, what else? They also announced a few other games. I don't remember which ones. I don't remember the names of them. They didn't reveal any Sonic stuff yet. But that's okay. Because it's June now, and I'm looking forward to whatever they announce. Obviously. I'm trying to remember what else they announced. Oh, they announced a new Rayman game. Now, I'm not sure if that game is going to be a remake or if it's going to be a completely new game. But it looks really awesome. Rayman's finally back, which is great to see because
That was incredible.
Rayman fans are starving. I'm probably going to be playing the game myself. I'll most likely be playing the game myself.
The battleship will take off any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's hurry.
The new God of War game. I'm not sure if it's a new God of War game, or if it's a side game, like a side story. But I thought that was pretty cool. That was the last announcement for it, for the Game Awards. I want to see what other games were announced because I can't remember right now. Let's see, state of play. Also, the new Tomb Raider game was cool.
This used to be a soldier.
I'm probably gonna be picking that one up too.
It was really advanced. Sonic, this mysterious ball has a slight magnetic force.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the new Tomb Raider game is a remake or if it's an original game, if it's a whole new game. It might be a new game. Because it does look like a new game, and Laura Clough looks really cool. She looks really good in the game. It looks like the game is going to be a return to form after
Careful not to fall.
that trilogy of games, starting from what 20. That was not a good idea.
The battleship will take off
Um,
any minute. Tails, Knuckles, let's hurry.
that began from the 2013 game, from like I'm not sure what the general opinion of the modern Tomb Raider games from oh, it is a remake. Oh, okay.
This used to be a Soliana laboratory. It looks like it was really advanced.
Well, if it is a remake,
Sonic, this mysterious
yeah, I guess that is a little disappointing, but at the same time, I think it can open the doors to, it can definitely open the door to a new Tomb Raider game. Like a brand new game, a brand new adventure. If the remake turns out to be successful. Which hopefully it is a success. I actually haven't really played a lot of Tomb Raider games myself. I wanted to get into Rayman games, but most of them, to me, are not really interesting or fun. Oh, okay. I've actually haven't played a lot of Rayman games myself. I do plan on playing through the Rayman games eventually. Well, probably not all of them, but I need to get back into Rayman because I haven't played those games enough. Or enough of them. I didn't make the jump.
Whoa! If I get on this ball, I'll be able.
Be careful not to fall.
Crap.
Whoa!
The character himself is cool. Yeah.
If I get on this ball, I'll be able to get over there.
Not to fall.
But I probably need to play the games a bit more to garner my own opinion. I'm not really sure as to why I haven't really gotten into them. For some reason, I just keep sweeping them under the rug, and never really getting into them. That's probably something that I need to change. Crap. This is great gameplay.
If I get on this ball, I'll be able to get over there.
I did not know that could happen. Okay.
Be careful not to fall.
What else was I going to say? I don't remember what else. I'm just making stuff up as I go. Those lasers stay on way too long.
Sonic, there must be a switch for the door. Leave it up to you.
There were some third-party games that got announced that actually looked pretty cool. I can't remember the name of them right now. I'm trying to look for them in this video. That Kemuri game looks like it's gonna be fun. I might check that out. What other game was it? I'm trying to like look back at the state of play to see what other games were announced. Phantom Blade Zero. That looks like that looks like a pretty interesting game. Very challenging looking game. So I might check that out. That took a pretty long time to do. Oh, that is so dumb.
Thank you, Tails. You were a big help. Dang it! The door opens, it activates the robots. Tails, Knuckles, be careful. Piece of cake, no sweat.
Okay, let me. Dynasty Warriors looks pretty cool. I've heard about those games, but I haven't gotten into them. Oh, Onimusha. Onimusha. I played the original game, but I haven't finished it. But, even though I haven't played it in a while, I think it's actually a really cool game. I need to get back into it. They just, where's the door? Am I tripping? Okay, am I missing something? Okay. I get confused there sometimes. Anyway, the new Onimusha game looks like it's gonna be fire. So I may need to lock back in to Onimusha at some point because I haven't played it in a few years since the first game remaster came out for PS4. Ah, I didn't make it. Um, I need to drink some water. All this talking.
We're out of time. Get on this ball. I'll take care of the rest. Great!
Whoa.
Knuckles, thanks. All right, let's roll.
Sonic, the security's tight.
What
Be careful.
what the heck hit me? There was another game I'm trying to think of. Let me look for it real quick. But yeah, I might. I think I'm gonna play some more of Onimusha at some point later this year because I haven't finished the game yet. You know what? That was probably the last game, I think. Oh, there's also. Hold on. Okay. Yes. I'm so glad I remembered that. Really, dude? Yeah, those are all the. Well, actually, they announced God of War Laffy. Which is a side story that focuses on Kratos' dead what? Excuse me, bro. Knuckles. Knuckles. Why? Why is your dead body trying to kill me? Like, bro, get up. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
No sweat.
Excuse me, bro. What hit me? That's what. That's the kind of stuff about 06. Like, it's just random stuff that just comes out of nowhere and hits you. Where did Knuckles go? Is his body still dead? Oh no!
Just made it.
I did take too much time with that stage. Yeah, I think that's it. I still need to get into the God of War games. They're still on my bucket list, and I've got a large bucket list. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I've got. Looking forward to a lot of stuff coming out. Marvel Token Battle Fighting Souls is going to be coming out soon. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun to play. It's exciting that they announced that there's going to be an English dub for the game too. So I'm gonna have to play the game and see which I prefer. I'm not used to hearing Japanese Spider-Man, but I'm sure he sounds pretty cool. I think that's it. I just wanted to play through all of Sonic's levels, and I just wanted to come on here, vent about what's been going on, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the state of play. I thought I was going to be talking a little bit more about it than I did, but I guess I didn't really have much to say after all. There was no Mega Man trailer or anything, or updates on Mega Man Dual Overdrive. There weren't any announcements for any new Sonic game. Sega still hasn't confirmed that Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition, if that's going to be the name of the game, or Ultimate, or whatever the game is going to be, hasn't been confirmed. What else? Still no Dead or Alive news. They haven't confirmed anything about the new game. But other than that, this state of play was actually pretty solid. I usually skip over a lot of stuff, but this time I was kind of intrigued. I was kind of invested in it a little bit. So I'm glad I stuck around to check everything out. Well, I still skipped over some stuff, but yeah, PlayStation, you guys did good this time around for once. Because a lot of state of plays go in one ear and out the other. Like, so, good job, PlayStation. Good job. You get a thumbs up for me this time. I'm really excited for Wolverine to come out. That's gonna be fun. But that's gonna be the end of this stream. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. Have a